I don't make love, I fuck. That's a line from 50 Shades of Grey, which I watched for the first time a week ago. It was the worst movie I've ever seen. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Scream 6. So, the good thing for me is that I already reviewed a Scream movie last year, so, I don't need to, recap the series for you. I don't need to sit here and be like, this is what I think of every other Scream movie, because I kind of already did that in the other review, so, we're good. But just to be quick about it, here's how I'd rank them from worst to best. 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. That's how I'd rank them. The last one was good. It was enjoyable. The Scream movies, I don't really like looking at them in a critical way because I almost don't see them as I do other movies and stories that I like. You watch something like Breaking Bad or Harry Potter because you want to see the story continue with these characters. I watch Scream movies because I know I'm gonna get, and they're fun. They're just fun for me to watch. It's fun for me to guess who the killer's gonna be. It's fun for me to see Ghostface and be Ghostface and call people and be an asshole and talk shit. I enjoy these movies for that. Not that I don't like the characters, because I do. I love Dewey and Gail and Sydney. They're all great. But now we're on to a new cast of characters, and let me talk about this movie because I thought this movie was good because it's kind of hard to fuck up Scream. You know what I mean? Even the worst movie in the franchise isn't that bad. It's just kind of like it's just whatever. It's not terrible. It's not like a disaster of a film. It's just kind of not that good. So, Scream is probably one of the more consistent horror franchises, And honestly, what I like about Scream more than other slasher franchises is when you watch something like Friday the 13th, right? And you watch Jason kill somebody, you kind of watch it in a way where you're like, nice, Jason kill that random 20-year-old girl, I just want to see Jason be violent and I want to see him rip her head apart and all this. I just want to see her do that, But what I like about Scream is that I feel like Scream, more than other horror franchises, really wants you to care about the people that are getting killed. So the kills, especially in this one, which we'll get to, are they're kind of sad and they're almost hard to watch sometimes. Not even because they're that violent, but there's just something about them that is just so, it's almost hard to watch. You're just like, that sucks, that's really sad. Especially I don't want to spoil it, but in Scream 5, there's one scene in particular where they kill the last, they kill, God, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, if you're watching the review for this, you probably already know. But in Scream 5, they kill a mother and her son, and that just made me go like, oh, that sucks. That's horrible. It just makes me feel gross. That's what I like about Scream. I feel like Scream, even though it is sort of a horror comedy, kind of, they also do take the kill seriously, which I appreciate. They never become parodies of themselves, which I enjoy. And that leads me to this movie, which my favorite part about it, Ghostface in this movie is savage. He is, the best way to describe him is just like angry. In this one, he still talks shit on the phone, and he's still got the amazing Roger L. Jackson voice that I love. But in this movie, he's not fucking around when he's actually there. When he's on the phone, he is, but when Ghostface is actually there and he's trying to get you, he's not fucking around this time. He is trying to kill you, and I loved it. I loved how ruthless he is in this movie. He is on the hunt. He felt way more relentless in this one than he did in the other Scream movies, and I love that. Ghostface is pissed in this movie, and I love it. I love it. It's really well done. Scream. This is the first time watching a Scream movie where I actually felt nervous, because there are scenes where he's calling somebody, and there's one in the trailer which I'm not gonna say here in case you haven't seen the trailer, but there's one in the trailer where he calls someone, and immediately I was like, no, 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 oh my god, I don't, and it's a well done scene. It goes on for a long time. It's great. It's scary. It's tension. This is the darkest Scream movie. That's my favorite thing about it, is that it's dark. It's angrier than other Scream movies. It doesn't have as much of the meta commentary that other Scream movies have. This movie just is playing it more straight. It's a straight dark mystery whodunit. This is surprisingly a really dark movie. and I love it. I love this movie. It feels so angry. Ghostface is just fucking. He's not screwing around this time, and I love it. I love seeing Scream. Like, it almost feels like they're growing up in a way. It's awesome. I love it. You know, like when you compare this to like Scream 3, it's like comparing a comedy to a straight up like horror movie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the main characters in this movie are pretty likable. They're enjoyable. You know, Melissa Barrera as Sam Carpenter, I thought she was like fine in the last one, but in this one I was like, you know what, she's a really compelling character. This isn't a spoiler, but my only complaint is that just like in the last one, there's a few times where Billy Loomis, who is her dad, like shows up as like a vision to like talk to her, and I just think that's stupid. Like I just think that's dumb. You know, I mean, I just think it. What the fuck? This stupid chair is like constantly making that noise. I just think that's dumb. You know, I don't really think it adds anything to the movie. And he just looks so like they try to hide it by like not showing him too much, but the actor has obviously aged in all those years, so it's just stupid. I don't like it. It's cheesy. And then some of the lines are a little bad, but I mean it's a Scream movie. I'm not expecting like like fucking Quentin Tarantino dialogue, um But yeah, Jenna Ortega is good. They really beefed up her role this time because she's a huge mega star now. She's Wednesday Addams. She's like, she's a huge star. And she was good. She was enjoyable. I like how this movie feels like it's less like the last movie was about Sam. I like how this one is about like the Carpenter sisters. And I hope if they do make more Scream movies, I hope they continue to be about the Carpenter sisters. And I also love the Meeks twins. They're both great. Mindy's my favorite character. She's great. She's funny and likable and great. She's like Randy. Randy was great. She's my favorite character. But yeah, I really loved Ghostface in this movie. I thought he was done so well, so well. He was like, this is the angriest he's ever been. This is the most ruthless he's ever been. He's aggressive. I love it. He uses a shotgun in one scene, and it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. And the kills in this movie, there's one in particular, and I'm just like, oh man, like the people that die in this movie, they like more than other Scream movies, like they like it's just sad to watch. I mean, death is always like I like how this movie pushes more than other Scream movies. It pushes the death aspect of it more. Like it just I don't know. Like there's one scene where a character like yells a bunch of times, "I don't want to die," before they die. And that's just I don't know, it's just scary to me. It's like, Jesus fuck, like that sucks. I love it. And the opening of this movie is good too. It's different. I love it. I love openings to Scream movies because they always got to do something interesting and unique. And this movie does something really unique, and I really enjoyed it. It was something new that I haven't seen before, and I'm like, all right, this is different. I like this. Scream, you're doing something different. I like it. Scream movies have to have like a higher level of writing than other slasher films, I feel. Not really in terms of the story department, but you know what I mean. If you like Scream, you know what I'm talking about. Holy fuck, I am fucking ugly. Anyways, I do have a few complaints though. This movie's not amazing, unfortunately. I still think it, as much as I'm praising it, at the end of the day, it's just another good Scream movie. It's enjoyable and fun. I really like it. It's just another fun Scream experience for me. But we'll get to it at the end. Fuck, look how close my hand is to the camera. Fuck. Anyways, I feel like there are multiple times in this movie where characters get stabbed in the stomach and they're just like fine. Like they just kind of walk it off. They're just kind of like whatever. They just kind of leave and you're like, oh, okay. That was a little goofy. Like characters survive things that they really shouldn't. And, I feel like, Sidney Prescott's not in this movie. I'll talk about that right now. So she's not in it. I don't blame Neve Campbell for not being a part of it. She is probably the most iconic final girl in horror movie history. So she should have been paid whatever she wanted to be, and I totally respect her decision. And, they do give a reason as to why she's not in the film. And you're just kind of like, okay, sure, whatever. And then Courtney Cox, Gail, in this movie, she's just kind of there because she has to be there because Gail, come on, it's Gail Weathers. She has to be in a Scream movie, It's just kind of like, okay, whatever. Yeah, she's cool. She's neat. She's fine. They don't really like develop her character or anything like that. She's, I don't know. I don't know. Like when you compare it like to what I really loved what they did with Dewey in the last one. I really love that. And in this movie, Gale was just kind of there, kind of like the last one, honestly. Like I feel like they haven't really done anything interesting with Gale's character since Scream 3. It's a little disappointing. I guess she's fine. Kirby's really good in this movie. I really liked Kirby. I was really happy to see her. There's one scene in particular that is just pure fan service where she's just talking to Mindy and they talk about horror movies. It's great. I love it. Yeah, this movie's good. It's a good Scream movie. Honestly, like Scream movies to me, I don't really see them like I do other movies. I just like just give me what I want. Just give me Ghostface killing people, give me him calling, talking shit, give me a good reveal, give me some meta commentary. Like just there's just a set list of things you need to give me in a Scream movie for me to be satisfied. And I'm totally okay with that. And this movie was fun. It's a fun time. It's like Scream movies are like the perfect like night out with your like they're the perfect like night out with your friends kind of movie. And this is just another good Scream movie, Nothing amazing, nothing great, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It just needs to be another good Scream movie. And I hope they make more. I do hope they make a Scream 7, honestly. I like this movie a lot. In the last movie, I thought, Sam Carpenter was alright, but in this movie, I thought she was a really interesting character. I thought this movie was good. It was solid. The killer reveal, I don't want to say too much about it, but I will say it's not one of my favorites. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, the biggest praise I can give this movie is they made Ghostface scary, which is cool. So I'm gonna give this movie a solid B+. It's another good Scream movie, and I appreciate when you can make a good Scream movie because Scream is very fun for me to watch. It's always very fun for me to watch, and they did a great job with this. They did something different with the opening. They made it darker, and I appreciate that. So yeah, Scream 6 is good.